Hi, I'm Jack, and welcome back because today I'm going to give you guys a review for a new horror movie that came out over the past couple of months, and I finally got to watch this movie recently on HBO Max, Barbarian. It is directed by Cregger, and it stars Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long. And with that said, let's get started. Barbarian follows a young woman who discovers that the Airbnb that she booked has been occupied by a stranger, and against her better judgment, she decides to spend the night with him, and they realize that things are not what they seem. That's all I'm going to say about the plot. You need to come into this movie knowing to little to nothing as possible. Don't look up Wikipedia. Don't look up the internet or look up on social media any spoilers about this movie. Don't ask anybody what Barbarian is really about, because this movie very much factors on how much of this movie did you know before coming into it. Because I watched this movie having no idea what it was about. I had no idea this movie was a thing until like late August when it just came out and everybody was raving about it. And I came in staying away from everything about Barbarian because I did not want to be spoiled on what it's about. So now that I watched Barbarian, I loved it. It is an amazing horror movie. It's one of the best movies I've seen all year, and it is another big surprise when it comes to 2022 in terms of the movies. I loved it so much. It's so well directed by Cregger, and so I was taking a very simple story idea about this woman and the stranger who apparently are living in the same Airbnb, and how we've realized that this is not a normal night. There's something off here, and this is a year of surprise movies because we got Everything Everywhere All at Once. We had The Northman. We had Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. We had Chippendale Rescue Rangers. We had Nope. And now we got Barbarian. And this is an epic movie. It is one of the best movies I've seen all year. Probably my favorite horror movie of the year. It's so well directed by Cregger. And the performances are really great, especially from Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long. And it's a very simple story idea, and they do so much with it that I did not expect, and I really like it a lot. I'm going to keep this review as short as possible because I do not want to give away anything in this video, and I'm going to try to not spoil anything about this movie because it really hinders on whether or not you know anything about this movie coming into it. So this is a great movie.
Groovy.
I watched it. I expected a certain thing to happen in this movie, and then 30 to 40 minutes into the movie, you just get smacked in the face and realize, oh no, this is not the movie you're watching. It goes in a completely different direction.
What?
And I was caught off guard. This is one of the most shocking movies I've seen all year because I did not expect anything in this movie to happen the way it did. It's so well executed. It's well done. It's horrifying. It's scary. I was not at all expecting what was going to happen in this movie, and that happened because I knew nothing coming into it, and it's so well done. The production value for what we got in this movie is really good, and so as just the house, you really feel a sense of creep factor and such darkness that you are so curious about what is going on here, and so as just this bad situation that Georgina Campbell is in. This movie really freaks me out so much. It absolutely blows my mind how many times I was caught off guard watching this movie. I say this a lot with horror movies. I'm not the hardest person to scare. I got scared a lot in this movie. It really gets under my skin so many times. And just the fact of like how was all this stuff playing out the way it does and where things progress. It is just such a shocking movie. It is so subversive because you had no idea what this movie was going to be like when you watch the rest of it. You start it, you think one thing, and you get something else entirely that makes sense. And I love how they have some of these things like connect with one another, like how it just plays out all together. It's so well done, and there are some moments that are actually kind of funny, but it's so horrifying, and it is just so well done from the horror factor, and so as the performances, and just how Cregger told this story and how he does it. It's just done so well. I just cannot praise this movie enough. It is so great. Sorry for being vague, but I really do not want to give away anything about this movie because I think this movie really works when you come in knowing absolutely nothing heading into this movie. You can go watch on HBO Max. I highly recommend it because overall I loved Barbarian. There's stuff in here that I really liked, and there's some really creepy moments that really got me scared. And I love how it plays out, and I really like the resolution. It is a subversive horror movie, one of the best movies I've seen all year. I loved it so much, from the cast, the directing, the performances, the scares, and the pacing is on point. And I loved how all of these characters were interconnected in this story. They were all done so well, and I was very satisfied by how good Barbarian is. So in the end, I'm going to give Barbarian an A. I really think you should go watch this movie on HBO Max. Do not look up anything about this movie. Don't even look up just the specifics, like what's the content or anything. This movie, your enjoyment of this movie comes down to whether or not you came in knowing anything or nothing at all. And I think if you come in knowing nothing, you're going to have a blast with this movie, hopefully. And it is so good. I was so surprised by how much I love this movie. It is one of the best movies I've seen all year. It's such a great horror movie by Cregger, and I really liked the cast in this movie, and so as how it really subverts my expectations for the better. I dug this movie a lot, and I cannot commend you guys to go watch it. It is one of the best horror movies of the year, and this is just such a great year for horror movies, and it's awesome to be a horror fan. So please go check out Barbarian. I think you guys will love it if you're a big horror fan. It is a big surprise. It's not a movie I knew was a thing, and I'm so happy it is because this is amazing. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Barbarian. What are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you've seen the movie, do not spoil it so that people who have not seen the movie that are watching this video will not be spoiled of what this movie is about. So I'd love to hear thoughts on it down below in the comment section. Stay tuned for some upcoming videos I have planned because we got Black Panther Wakanda Forever coming out next week. And I'm so excited to make videos on the movie. Super excited to watch it. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. And some exciting upcoming videos I have planned for the future. And don't forget to follow me on social media. My username is down below at the bottom of the screen and in the description below. So please go do that while you're at it. And thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button. And stay tuned for more. And be careful about Airbnbs because this movie has officially made me scared of Airbnbs.